Happy New Year, everybody! Wanted to give you an update on the Garden Muse and wish everyone a Happy New Year. It's January over here. Yeah, I don't know, it's kind of like, it's still another mild winter, I think. It hasn't been too horribly terrible. It's bearable. I'm from Chicago, so 40 outside is like nothing to me. It's like we go out in shorts in that weather. And look, there's still green grass, so it's bearable. I am not complaining whatsoever for this winter. It's pretty nice here, well, in Illinois, okay? I can't speak the same for everybody in any place else. So I'm just finding solace here in my tent in January. This is the best thing about a tent, when it's not so nice outside, just come in here. Just come in here. It's nice and warm all the time. And so I wanted to show you guys my babies. They're doing really good. And okay, we had some problems. Our peas are gone. We had a pest. Yeah, I thought just because I got a grow room that everything would be okay, but I was wrong. Oh, I was very wrong. So I was actually outside of the tent, and I was busy doing something in the kitchen, when all of a sudden I heard and I was like, something's sneezing in my tent. I'm like, what is that? And lo and behold, I open it, and Kitty was in the tent. I saw her. She was over by the peas, and she was munching on my peas. I was like, oh, Kitty! And then I realized, oh, she was coming in through the shaft. So I had there's little shaft openings here, and there was just enough for Kitty to climb in. And boy, did she help herself out. Now, I was very lucky. She did not mess with anything else. No, Kitty has preferences. She went straight for the snap peas. Yeah, I didn't know. Cats love snap peas. And, in a way, I feel kind of bad now. It's like she liked those so much. It's like, I don't know, maybe I should buy some for her. I think, I know like Whole Foods sells like the whole snap peas and stuff, but, when you think about it, like little crunchy, proteiny kind of vegetable things that Kitty likes, well, maybe she needs that. So, I don't know. It's got me thinking now. It's got me thinking. I try not to jump straight to, oh, why is this? Well, why is that? I like to think deeper, and then it's like, well, maybe she needs that. So, yeah, I'm going to probably see if I could get her some greens to munch on. That's good to have for your cats and dogs. Sometimes they need that, if they can't go outside. So, I'm going to see if I could find something besides catnip for her to chew on. But anyways, yeah, so the peas did not make it. I had to take those guys straight out of there. She trampled a little bit on a few things, but, all in all, at least my radishes are okay. So I have one lone pea. That's all you got. Now, my cucumbers, the seeds didn't do as well as I hoped they would. I'd say about maybe like a third of everything I planted sprouted. But then again, those are kind of like 3-year-old seeds, so it's like, okay, whatever. So I'm just kind of planting in between the bare spaces to see when I could get them to grow. But in all honesty, I don't know, because I'm putting my house up for sale. Yeah, I'm going to be moving in with my boyfriend, so, I'm going to be moving, and I'm putting my house up for sale now, so now it's kind of like, oh crap. What am I going to do with this big tent? Yeah, conundrum. Yeah, I've got a little existential issues going on here. But other than that, though, things are good in the baby tent. As you can see here, my collard greens. Okay, I got to tell you, baby collard greens are yummy. Oh my God. So I take like a little pinch here, and you just eat that little itty bitty leaf. That is so good raw, and it's, it's not, because I know collard greens, normally you got to cook them, but when they're babies, you don't have to. They're just so tender, and they're really yummy. And it's not bitter. Well, I don't think it's bitter. But then again, I don't know. After I had COVID, yeah, I hate to say it, but my senses got kind of dulled after I had the first COVID. But they're slowly coming back to me. I still don't have the burn smell. That's something I lost completely. And I still haven't gotten back. Well, I've gotten it. Okay, so it's weird. I've been taking this mushroom therapy. I'll have to show you after this, but I did start taking mushroom therapy, lion's mane, and it's slowly coming back, so it's weird. When I get the smell, it's delayed. So I could burn something, and then about 20 minutes later, I'll be like, oh God, something's burning. And so it's starting to come back, but it's kind of late. It's not very helpful when you're cooking, trust me. So it looks like here in my basil, I think only one sprouted. I had planted about 3 different kinds of basils, and it looks like, as you can see here, only one in the pot kind of sprouted, which is fine. I'm not entirely sure which one just yet. That's the funny part. You kind of have to wait until things get bigger, because if you're like me and you don't really label things, you kind of have to wait and see to figure out what it actually is. Yeah, but I know what these guys are, though. So I got my kale here. So this is a really nice kale. It's actually from a really old seed packet, and boy, did that one produce. Never throw out your kale seeds. I tell you, that will be a waste of money, because they will grow, and grow some more no matter what year it is. I tell you. And then I have my really pretty purple bok choy here. I'm going to have to thin out some of this lettuce. Oh my God, look at this carpet of lettuce. Oh, it feels so good just to do that. And they're yummy. I've just been picking them out, but boy, I think I kind of overdid it with this one, but it feels so nice. And then, even the ones that came out thinner, I just kind of let them be, because as you can see here, they fill in the empty spots. So if you notice like one of your lettuces didn't do so well, that's fine, because I mean, it's kind of better that you have a little extra space as opposed to like this big monster thing here, which is really fun to do this with. But I digress. So moving on, I do have a new friend here. He has not sprouted yet. So, as you know, I am a cannabis user. I use it medicinally for some physical ailments. And I sprouted here an alien haze, and this was from my last harvest. This is a seed that actually came out of the shake that I had left over from my last harvest, and I thought, what the hey, I'm going to give it a try. Yeah, I don't know if it's a male or female, so I'm going to wait and see if it has dingleberries later, and if it does, you just stick them on the porch and start over. But I got a new one. Okay, so I started this new seed. I was finishing some flour that I had bought, and I found a seed in it, and it sprouted. Okay, so I'm calling this like mystery seed. I'm not entirely sure what genus. I don't know if it's a sativa. I don't know if it's an indica. It's probably a hybrid more than anything, or it might be more on the sativa side, but I'm not entirely sure. So yeah, that's going to be mystery seed, and I'm growing that. So now I have officially 2 pot plants. In Illinois, you're allowed up to 6 with the medical card. If you don't have a medical card, you can't grow it, but you can still smoke it though. So, but for me, I'm a grower. I love to grow things, and as you can see here, I don't even need to grow pot. I just want to grow something, so might as well just grow some pot too. And then I got my tomatoes here, which are doing really good. Yeah, these are my little guys here. These are my little micro tomatoes, and they just, oh, they look so cute. They are. I'm trying to get a really good thing. I might have to invest in a new camera for the new year. But yeah, my tomatoes are doing really well, and I planted like 2 babies per pot. They really don't take up a lot of space. They don't need a lot of things. They just want to be left alone. And that's the best part about this tent, is like I could totally forget about it for like, say, like days. I'm like, oh, I don't know how they're doing. And aside from kitty, the kitty attack, nothing happens. They just keep growing, and you come in here and you're like, oh, look at this. And it's just like, it's a new surprise every time you come in there because you're like, oh, what's this? Oh, this looks really nice. As you can see here, I got some really pretty red lettuce here that's growing. You know what's funny? It looks more green when I'm looking at it, but when I'm looking at my recording, it looks red, which is kind of funny, but that's because of the red light. And you know what I noticed with these red lights? Like, my son likes to come in here. I got my little guy, he's 6 years old, and he likes to come in here and sometimes just munch on the greens, and it feels good just to sit in this light. Like, if you're able to kind of sit in it, it's kind of almost like it's similar to sunlight. So when I come in here and when I leave, you feel good. You do. You really feel good. So I have to tell you guys to really invest in a grow tent because it will enrich your life. It will give you food. I mean, look, this stuff's going to just keep growing and growing and growing. And I will eventually run out of room like I usually do. And it's glorious. It's glorious. So I want to implore everybody watching this to definitely invest in a grow tent and start growing some babies. And you don't need a lot of money with this grow light here that I got. It's not the largest grow light. It's really actually quite small, but it really does the trick with these guys. You don't need a huge thing. I think I've watched some YouTubers also figure out a way how to grow things even without a fancy grow light. I'm not entirely sure what their method is, but boy, there's so many, I have to say there's just a million of us. There's a million other people with the million other videos that are talking about what they're doing, and they're amazing. So, that's the beauty of the internet and sharing information and things like this with other people. It's just so we could inspire others to do something even cooler. So I just wanted to show you guys how my garden's doing, and the babies are happy. Well, aside from our friends, the snap pea family, but they went to good use, and Kitty has a happy tummy. So just wanted to give you guys a little update on the garden news.